for an e-commerce business, what should their like top three KPIs really be? I think there are a lot of vanity metrics that people probably get too hung up on. And how can a well-run loyalty program affect those positively?
I think being data driven is really important. I think that's an important part of the sophisticated e-commerce merchant's set of tools. But the problem is that many of these operators are too smart for their own good, think that the instruments are going to somehow come up with the path of where to go. And when I think about the most successful companies that I've seen on Shopify, most of them did not get there because they were really good at looking at data and KPIs. They oftentimes, in the most successful cases, got there despite themselves because they came up with a problem to solve for customers in a way that nobody had and took some innovative approach to get in front of those customers, whether it be Facebook ads or other different methods. My first thing is like qualitatively, is your product objectively really solving a problem for a customer in a way no one else is? Are you consistently delivering that in a truthful way? Like that's the number one thing. If you truly have something to market that everybody is just going to be clamoring for, none of the other shit's going to matter. The other thing I think though is contribution margin, which is like basically at the end of the day, what are you actually making on a customer? Both on that order and the overall lifetime value. Like lifetime value of a customer doesn't mean anything. What are you actually making on that customer over time, right? Put it this way. I'd much rather have a customer who I discount 20, 30% every single time, but is buying so frequently because of that their greater or their overall lifetime value contribution margin is greater, then that's what you care about. So it's optimizing that kind of pricing, purchase frequency, all of that to get the most. Another example is like using tools like Rebuy. Like people are like, oh, I don't want to hit my margin by doing 2 add-ons at 30% off, except now you've made an incremental whatever amount more per dollar. And by the way, even speaking of that, first time order contribution margin is something not enough people look at, because that's what you care about at the end of the day is how can I get somebody in the door, let me get as many of my products in their hands on that first purchase as possible, so that not only am I making more contribution margin on the first time purchase, allowing me to increase the CAC at which I can acquire a customer, reduce the payback period, or hopefully get a net. Or on top of that, as long as you're not putting out shitty product and they're actually really good, every product you get in that cart that first time is a chance for them to find something they love. And so you can do that while also benefiting your payback period, maybe making it net positive the first time. That's what I would be obsessing over as a merchant right now.